I purchased this big lot of strawberry shortcake dolls, but they're all mixed up, so that is what we are working on today. Hey y'all, I'm Abby. Welcome to Abby's Retro Rescue. I recently rescued a huge haul of strawberry shortcake dolls and toys. And today we're going to give those dolls a much needed makeover. But first, let's have some breakfast. So I've been collecting strawberry shortcake since I was a little kid, starting in around kindergarten, 1980, and I continued collecting for a couple of years and played with my dolls, loved them, but eventually I outgrew them and my mom saved them for me in a bin, and she saved them in a way that they held up really nicely. So now I have this great collection. It's not often that I stumble across vintage strawberry shortcake dolls. For some reason, they don't show up at the estate sales very often, and when they do, they get snatched up. But this one was offered as a lot, which means you had to buy the entire set, and it was a bunch, and they originally wanted $400, which I was not going to pay. There was actually only a couple of pieces I wanted in the set, but they were very firm about their price and they would not separate the set. So I waited and put in a bid, and guess what? I won. I have a separate video on my other channel, our Gen X Life, where I'll show you the process of bidding and going and picking up the lot and what all's in there. But today, we are going to give these dolls a makeover. So this task is a little bit daunting. There are 15 dolls in this lot. All in varying degrees of condition. Like, some of them look pretty good. Others of them need some help. So I think my plan of attack is going to be remove their clothes, treat any stains. Some of them are stained. The worst one is this poor girl. Her hat is like really stained. I don't know if I can rescue it or not, but we're gonna try to at least clean it up some. Okay, so we're gonna wash their clothes. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I have a ton of birds. We have a birdhouse on our patio and it's kind of exploded with baby birds. So they are really wanting to be on this video. Anyways, I think after we wash the clothes, we'll wash the dolls. Now, if their hair is in good condition, like this one, I'm not gonna bother with it. I don't want to mess it up. But if their hair is wrecked, like this one, poor raspberry tart, someone has styled it in a ponytail. It's not supposed to be like that. So I'm going to wash them and try to get them back to how they're supposed to be, or at least better than they were. They don't smell good anymore, unfortunately. They've lost their yummy smell, so we don't have to worry about that. So now comes the difficult task of getting these dolls cleaned. I have sorted the dolls. I have written down, what all they have, if they're complete. Most of them are complete. This one's complete except she lacks socks. This one's complete. Blueberry muffin, she just needs some help, as does raspberry. You can see which ones were the original favorites. And then this one, lime chiffon, she looks pretty darn good. So not a lot that I'll need to do there. But some of these, like this one, Cafe au lait, her hat is terribly stained. So we have some work to do. Once the dolls are clean and their hair is dry, if they needed a hair wash, and their clothes are clean and dry, we'll reassemble them. I have written little Post-it notes to myself so that I know which outfits go with which dolls. I've noticed a lot of sellers online are selling them with they're selling them as complete, but they don't have the right clothes, or they don't have the right colored shoes or something. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I don't operate that way. If something's not exactly right, I will indicate that in the listing. I'm gonna try to, get them back to how they're supposed to be. These two, look how cute these are. And they're in great shape. Oh, the sock just fell in my cereal, you guys. Oh no, we have a sock down. Okay, these look great, so they won't need a lot of help. They'll be pretty much ready to list. So I'm actually really looking forward to this process. The first thing we're going to do is wash all of their clothes. Most of them were stained. There were a few that didn't need to be washed, but this is the absolute worst. They're all very dingy, very old, just they need brightening, they need refreshing, and they just have little stains. It's almost like a real child has worn these. The little feet are stained like they were walking around. So my weapon of choice for stains is Spray and Wash Max. And this won't hurt your fabrics at all, so I am going to be spraying liberally, especially where I see stains. While the clothes are washing, we are going to scrub down these dolls and get them all clean. We're gonna start with Raspberry Tart because she is probably the most needy in terms of who needs a bath. Also, we're gonna try taking out this ponytail that this child has put in. These dolls were not actually, most of them did not usually have a ponytail. This was an aftermarket hairstyle. So we're gonna try to get it back to how it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, so I got the rubber band out. Back in the day, these dolls all came with these really cute little strawberry combs, but unfortunately, I think that Raspberry here is gonna need something a little bit stronger. So we're actually gonna wash her hair. But first we're gonna try to clean the stains off of her face. I think it's just superficial dirt. And I recommend using something very mild, like a Johnson's head to toe baby shampoo. This is probably the best thing for these. And you don't wanna scrub over their eyes very hard because you don't want the paint to come off. And her cute little freckles, look at that face. All right, let's see if we can get her clean. I've got a nice soft washcloth here. This is a baby washcloth. We gotta treat these dolls with TLC. And baby shampoo. And we're gonna see if we can get her face clean. Give her a little facial. And a lot of the dirt is just coming right off. Her face looks a lot better, much cleaner. Now we're gonna wash her hair. Now we don't wanna submerge these dolls because there are places where water could get in and it would cause mold. So we're just going to rinse the hair and wash it just like you would. Now because her hair is really tangled, we are going to use a shampoo that has a built-in conditioner. This is very gentle, just Pantene 2-in-1. I feel like these dolls' hair is very similar to like a My Little Pony, just that plasticky hair. So we're gonna get it nice and sudsy. Oh, look at her. I might have gotten a little too much. It's very sudsy. All right, let's rinse. It smells good. Okay, actually, it's crazy. Her curls did not dissipate even from washing. I was anticipating needing to recurl her hair, but I might not need to. We're going to let her dry. I just kind of towel dried the hair, and then I'm going to lay her out on a towel to dry. And then once her hair is dry, we will assess the situation here. Okay, the clothes are ready. Okay, so obviously we're not going to dry these, but oh my goodness, you guys, I cannot believe that this hat came clean. I am thrilled. Y'all, I am beyond shocked that the stain came out of that hat and everything looks great. And look at the cute little tights all in a row. I mean, they are just awesome. Everything looks so much better. I'm really glad I washed them. Don't be afraid to put these things in a gentle cycle on your washer. Just, use some precautions, put them in little lingerie bags and such, pat them with towels, and you are good to go. I mean, look at that. It's like day and night. Remember how dirty that was? Wow. All right, we're gonna use the same process for all of these girls, and I'm only washing their hair if I think it really needs it. Like it's like this girl, her hair is wrecked. And she's a little bit dirty. She's very dirty on her feet. I don't know what she's been up to. But we're gonna do the same process for all of these girls, and then we will let them dry and get them dressed. Since this girl doesn't have really curly hair, I am going to use the wet brush on her. I love this wet brush for this purpose. And see if we can get her hair back where it needs to be. I'm probably gonna need to put some foam rollers in here, honestly, to sort this out. But it's not tangled at all. The wet brush and that conditioner really helped. So just like with Little Ponies, with these dolls, I'm just gonna use the classic pink roller from the dollar store and see if we can smooth that out a little bit. And this is really funny. I did not notice this until I got her hair wet. But look, their scalp is painted the color of their hair. Which is pretty clever, so that way you can't see their scalp, but it's kind of hilarious. You can see that these little girls' shoes are also pretty dirty, and some of them came with little pets which are needing washing, so I'm gonna put these all in a bowl, and for this I'm just using a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and we'll rinse them for just a moment in the soapy water, and that should get them nice and clean. Now the girls are drying off on this really cute blanket that my friend Allison gave me. Thank you, Allison. Just treat yourself. So cute. This is in the living room. I've got the fan running. So they're just gonna sit here while their hair dries. I don't want to use any kind of heat on them. I just want them to dry naturally. I've got a couple of girls getting curls. And then the rest of these, her hair was pretty clean, so I didn't wash it. This one came out really nice and silky. And then Blueberry Muffin will need her pigtails put back in, but we'll let this get a little bit drier and then we'll style it. And this one, Cafe Olay, is looking good. You can see her hair plugs, but And that's just how she is, so. But when you put her hat on, it'll cover that part up, so. Looking good, ladies. They're having their spa day. So I did a lot of research in this project, and let's see if I can remember the names of all of these dolls as I show them to you now that they've been restored. This is Apricot, and isn't she so cute? Oh my goodness. This is little Apple Dumpling. This is Raspberry Tart. Lemon Meringue. Huckleberry Pie, he's missing his hat, but he's otherwise in perfect condition. Almond Tea. I never had that one as a kid. This one is Lime Chiffon. This one is Mint Julep. Isn't she cute? Like a tulip hat and the little Holland shoes. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. Okay, this one is Cherry Cuddler, and she has a little goose for a pet. Most of them came with pets originally, but the pets were not included in the sale. This is Angel Cake. Now she is supposed to have like a little gold halo thing. She's missing that, but she's super cute. And then over here we have Blueberry Muffin. Her hair turned out so cute. She was a challenge. And I had to add some purple ribbon, which was missing, but luckily I already had some, so that worked out. And then you guys, oh my gosh, Cafe Olay. She was the dirtiest one of all of them. And look at her now. The stains came out. She looks good as new. I am so pleased with that. And then the little babies are Sugar Cookie. And then these twins are Lemon and Ada. And they even have their little socks, which all got washed, all of the tights. I will say putting these tights back on is a huge ordeal. So if you don't have to remove them, I recommend never taking them off. So this took me most of the day, but look at them now. They look so gorgeous. And if you're interested in these, I am getting ready to put them in my Etsy shop, which goes by the name of Abby's Retro Rescue, same as YouTube. So be sure and check that out if you're interested. And as I mentioned, the gazebo I got to keep for now. The other things, the trolley, the merry-go-round, the snail cart, those will also be going in my Etsy shop. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and in case you missed it, I will link the video where I picked all of these items up from the estate sale so you can see how I got them to begin with. And it will be linked right here. I'll see you next time. Bye!